I hear you, Pumpkin.
Wavy underscore B0T stole the show exclamation mark. KV1 love.
Ah! Ohayo gozaimasu. Is my audio coming through? Yes, yes. Hello. Bonjour, everybody. Hello, hello. How are you? How are you? How are you doing? I missed you all so much. It's only been a week, but it's fine. Did something happen? No. Well, I'm flabbergasted at you mostly. But still. Hello. Welcome on in, everybody. It's been so long I forgot how to stream. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, even though I doubt any of you would like not know at this point, I went to TwitchCon last week. It's been so long. It's been so long since I've interacted with people that like trying to get back into like a social situation is very interesting. But yeah, I'm here to talk to you about the goings on of the TwitchCon. It was very, very action packed, as they say. I need to turn this the hell down. Yeah. Okay. So I guess I'll start at the beginning. Um. What the hell? Okay. So yeah, I guess I'll start at the beginning. So I was initially like super scared to go on this trip, mostly because like, I lost my job, so I didn't really have any like spare funds to pay for this trip. Um, so that was like my first concern. And actually, let me
Bienvenue, power bottoms.
There we go. Just so I have my little reactive. But yeah, I was initially very like skeptical about going on this trip. Um, and I was very like nervous and anxious about like meeting people that I had only like met over the internet and not like actually interacted with in real life. You know, like a normal person would have like apprehensions about, but I actually had like such a good time, and I honestly chalk that up to like being surrounded by like such incredible people. Um so first of all, I want to say that I want to thank my friend Spectre and my friend Stibby for initially inviting me to join this like big old group of people. Um, we had about how many people do you think would fit into an Airbnb at one time? Or how many people do you think should fit into an Airbnb at one time? Around I want to say like around 4 to 5 people would be like the max you could possibly like have in an Airbnb at once. However, comma, we had about 13 people. One if I'm there. Oh shush. Hi, Gary. I'm sad we didn't get to say hi, but I'm glad you're here. I'm just yapping about fucking TwitchCon. Hello, and I know, yeah. I'm glad you and Manny had fun though. I saw some of your tweets about it, and you guys look like you were having a blast. I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to go to like some of the parties, but like I didn't know some of the parties were happening, so it was hell yeah, 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 yeah. I'm honestly really happy that I ended up going. Um, but yeah, I totally plan to go next year, and I will definitely like plan something next year to meet up Gary. Hi, Older. It's been so long. It doesn't. It simultaneously feels like it's been forever since I last streamed, and it also like feels like it's been like no time at all that has passed. How are you doing? I'm doing great. I'm like I'm still kind of recovering. Sorry, my mother just came in to check on me. Um, but yeah, I'm still kind of recovering from the week just because I've been doing like a lot of walking and my back fucking hurts. um, cuz like it, Uber is expensive. Uber is so expensive, especially like in like really populated areas like fucking San Diego where you can't get an Uber to drive you like an hour or something without being charged like $1 billion. Understandable. I heard you had fun at the con. I had so much fun. I met so many people, and I actually like reconnected with a lot of like old friends that I hadn't talked to in like years, which I was really surprised about. Um so for a normal Airbnb, you would keep like 4 to 5 people in like a house at once, right? We had about 13 people like listed on our fucking Discord server that we were going to have in one room. And it ended up being like 12 people because Celine, Pegasus Witch VT, had to stay with Camilla Bombette, KB, the other KB, because she was alone in her Airbnb and Celine didn't want her to be alone. So that was really sweet of her. Um, so yeah, we only we only had about 12 people in our Airbnb. I say only. It was still a fair amount of people. Um, so we had Ezekiel, we had Esper Josh, we had Lele, we had Maple Chicken, we had Pegasus VT, Pegasus Witch VT, which, you know, she was staying at KB's place. We had Sleepy Saturn, we had Sir Stevo, we had Sir Steve, we had Spectre, we had Brave, and then we had Kazukitsu, which everyone was honestly incredibly sweet, and they all like it didn't feel like a lopsided like arrangement or anything. like everybody was kind of doing their own thing during the week. And like everyone was like picking up after themselves, and like, we all had to chip in, and it really did feel like that. Like it really felt like a symbiotic unit. And I do miss my roommates. Everyone was so sweet, and I wish I had like gotten to know them better over the weekend, but um so for the first day, I say first day, we got there on Wednesday. Um I got to the airport on Wednesday. I was very scared because I was by myself on a 4-hour flight um at like 8 a.m. and I had no sleep the previous day because I spent the previous day just packing. Like the 17th was the day that, and you know how fucking important it was to me because the 17th was the day that fucking Final Fantasy 16 came out with a with a PC port, and I didn't get to play that at all that day. So I was like all in on fucking packing my suitcase that day that I had gotten like no sleep. And I spent all of that time just packing my suitcase and like cleaning my room and like making sure everything was set before I left, and then I didn't forget anything, and I was just going fucking mental, like losing my mind over like thinking, did I forget something? Did I keep all of the things that I said I was going to bring and stuff like that? Um did I charge my phone? Did I charge my Switch? Did I charge my second phone just in case I need to use it in case this one like fucking kaputs on itself? Um so I had a bit of a panic, but it ended up working out. Especially because when I got on the plane, I just kind of completely passed out. And thankfully, the airline that I took, Southwest, is super accommodating, especially for like people that are disabled or like that need a second seat to accommodate like, you know, being a bigger person. Which is what I did. I literally got a second seat um free of charge, thankfully. Uh yeah, Southwest is awesome. So, I got a second seat free of charge um to like accommodate my width. Uh and it was already like a super packed fucking flight to San Diego. Nerd. No, you are the nerd. You are the one who is the nerd, Vonnegut. Everybody point and laugh at this guy who I only got to see for like 2 days. But also, hi, Vaughn. I stopped you from spending money. This is very true. I have a sticker in my wallet that keeps me from spending money,
I
and
got
it's
one
just
brain
Vaughn.
cell. That's okay.
Oh no, not the brain cell.
That will happen again. We love you.
We
all
all
share
share
a
the
brain
brain
cell.
cell. Not the
All
brain
share a
cell.
brain
What
cell.
brain
Quit it
cell?
with the high mind.
Yeah.
I can't keep living like this.
That's a
Let me
fucking
out.
nightmare.
Oh, damn it. Okay, Miss Rossfield, he's the nerd. Shush!
This house is a nightmare.
Get on top of the fridge. I miss Mocha so much.
You know what
Wow.
ain't a nightmare? You guys.
That's a 2-for-1. I miss Moker. I miss talking with Moker. But yeah, the first day, like, I got on the plane, I completely passed out. It was like 4 hours of sleep. It was pretty good. I think I was just out for most of it because, like, normally they bring you like a complimentary drink and like a snack pack or something. I didn't get either of those because I was just out like a light. The person that was like sitting like a seat away from me was like, "Hey, so they brought these snacks and I don't want them. Do you want these?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." um, but yeah, the flight was fun. I say fun. The flight was all right. I got some sushi before I got on the flight, and then I got to San Diego, and I was so lost. Like, I texted in the group chat. I was just like, "Hey, so I'm at San Diego Airport. I don't know where the fuck I'm meant to go." And Brave Okami, bless his fucking heart, was just like, "What terminal are you at?" And I was like, "Terminal." Bear in mind, this is the first time that I'm ever like in an airport by myself, so I'm fucking lost as shit. So I'm like, yeah, I am at Terminal 1. And I found out no, I was at Terminal 2 actually. Um and was I? No, I was at Terminal 1. Because Brave was just like, "Oh, okay, so I'm at Terminal 2, so is there a way that you can make it to Terminal 2?" And I looked on the map. Terminal 2 is like a fucking cul-de-sac away from Terminal 1. This fucking airport is huge. Um and I was like, "I guess I could just walk there." So I spent like I want to say like 15 minutes walking from Terminal 1 to Terminal 2. Hi, Synaptic. I'm back. uh I I spent like 15 minutes walking from Terminal 1 to Terminal 2, only for Brave to then tell me like midway through me walking is just like, "It's okay, I'll meet you in Terminal 1." And I'm just like, "You fucking bitch." um Missed you at TC. Oh, you were also at TwitchCon? Oh, I didn't know that. How did I miss you? That's kind of well, I miss a lot of people. A lot of people actually didn't recognize me at first, which I'm just like, I am the only person with like long, curly, like brunette hair in this convention. How the hell did you miss me? It's okay. Next time I'm planning to actually like put my hair up in heart buns, or at least like attempt to do so that I actually like resemble my model a bit more, so that it's a little easier to like spot me in a crowd. So I got to see Spectre and Celine. Oh yeah, I was told about that. Um, I know that Spectre and Celine like went to the restaurant for Andron's birthday, but I actually like didn't hear about that until like afterwards. So, hi, Tier. Why you staring at me with them big old eyes? Um, but yeah, no, I got to the airport and Brave thankfully like uh essentially like picked me up and like showed me where everyone else was sitting at, because apparently they had already like he had already gotten a group of VTubers together at a table. Um and it was like it was Audio, Fasani, like Audiosu, Fasani, and I want to say someone else, I can't remember. I think it was just Audiosu and Fasani at first, cuz I remember Jisoo showed up later. Simply perceiving. It's okay. Perceive all you want, I guess. I am here to be perceived. I missed out on a lot of things y'all did, but avoided a good chunk of the bad stuff. That, yeah. It honestly, it wasn't that bad, except for like the blurp party, but that was mostly for like security reasons that I blame on like the TwitchCon staff. Um, so that is something I'll get into in a bit. Um, but yeah, we essentially had a table full of VTubers at the airport, and Audio just kept like grabbing because the tables were like these like 4 foot by 4 foot, not 4 foot. There was like it was like 2 feet, 2 foot by 2 foot tables. They were like little squares. But the more people that came to our table, the more tables that Audiosu just grabbed and just made into like a giant Tetris piece to like have more people like surround us. Um, and then we did like a VTuber selfie, which was my first time ever doing a VTuber selfie, which was fun. Um, if I can find it, I think it was Audiosu that took the picture, but I can't remember. I remember that he was like standing on top of the table to take it. Um, but but yeah, it was like a I think at some point it was like 11 of us or something. Shut up. Holy crap. My goodness, my dogs are yapping outside my house. Oh, there it is. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. He did take the picture. Hold on. Let me grab this. Oh my goodness, my dogs are so yappy. I'm gonna do this, make sure it's not visible yet. Gonna put this behind here. Oh, it's the wrong it's the wrong window. Whoops. Hi, Ewell. Ewell, I'm talking about TwitchCon. Next time I'm gonna force you to come with us. Hold on. There it is. Hang on, let me move my big ass self. There we go. I don't know if you can see that well. I'm gonna be lurking so I don't get sad. Oh, I'm sorry, Ewell. Hold on, let me shrink myself. I have too many fucking sources on this thing. But yeah, we have we got audio, we got brutal. I don't recognize some people here, so please forgive me. We got Andron at the top, we got Saturn on the top right, and then we got me, and then we got Lele, then we got Brave, and then we got Fisani. But yeah, we had a whole fucking group at the table, and it was honestly really funny. Because like audio was like literally standing on top of the table to take this picture. But yeah, that was not even the first day. Did my stream crash? I got a notification that said that OBS reconnection successful, so I'm kind of scared. Nope, okay, it's good. Okay. But yeah, that was the first day at the airport. Literally not even day 1. Like we still had a couple days before the convention. This was fucking Wednesday. The day before badge pickup. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, we were all at the airport. We grabbed a bunch of people, and the funny thing is, like, we thought we were going to be able to get into the Airbnb like no problem. Unfortunately, we had one person that had the means to contact the person in charge of the Airbnb, whose flight got delayed. Our resident robot friend, Sir Steve, was the only one that was able to communicate with the person in charge of the Airbnb, and he's the one whose flight got delayed, so he couldn't contact either us or the Airbnb for fucking 4 hours. We were stuck there from fucking like I want to say I got there at like noon, something like that. We got stuck there for like so long. We were there for like a couple hours at least, and like we saw our the other group that like wasn't staying with us just fucking like up and leave, and we had to wait until Stibby got off of his like first connecting flight in order to actually get the code to the Airbnb. Because the thing is, like, to his credit, he even asked the person in charge, like, hey, I'm going to be on a flight, I'm not going to have internet access, can I get the code for my friends to go into the Airbnb so that like they're not stranded? And the person in charge of the Airbnb said, no, we have a strict like policy that we only let people have the code at like 10 a.m. I want to say, and this was at 9 a.m. It was ugh. It was ugh. But yeah, this was kind of like our first indication that it wasn't that great. um, but yeah, Stibby was stuck on his flight for a couple hours, and we were just like shooting the shit in the Airbnb, or not in the Airbnb, in the airport. Um, And Lele and I actually were like we actually like hit it off pretty well, I think. Um she was like she was dressed in like a little strawberry outfit with like a little Hello Kitty jammies. Um and she said I felt so bad cuz she said like she was like I think she said she was like crammed into her airplane, and I was like I was literally suggesting to everybody. I was just like, next time just take Southwest. Southwest is so much better. Because I felt like they were just like, yeah, I was like crammed into my airplane seat, and like there weren't any like there wasn't any leg room or anything, and like there wasn't a whole lot of like accommodation, and the airplane staff were just like fucking mean, and I was like, just take Southwest next time. They're so much better. I flew into San Diego right after my work shift on the 19th. I was delirious packing up my luggage. Oh god. That sounds horrible. I'm so sorry for that. Um, but yeah. Thankfully, we had our boy Sir Stevo, not Sir Steve, Sir Stevo, um, who managed to pick us up from the airport and drive us to the Airbnb, where we were actually able to like relax for a little bit. And then after that, fucking was it like before we got picked up? I can't remember. Spectre showed up and then we were able to actually get to our Airbnb, I think. I think that's how it was. I have a very poor memory of what happened, but it's fine. Um Flight was 7 a.m. departure, 9:30 a.m. arrival. That's not too bad. Ain't no way you were there too.
You, pumpkin.
Aster, were you at fucking TwitchCon and you didn't tell me?
Zarek the first stole the show! Exclamation mark. Welcome back from the war, KBEE moi KV1 love.
Hi, Zoev. Aster, were you at TwitchCon and you just didn't fucking tell me? I am upset if that is the case. But yeah, we I'm literally here, like not in San Diego, but I live around here. Oh, well, did you know that I'm moving back to California in like a month and a half? It's a couple hours drive, sure, but I've made it. But I'd have made it. I believe in you. Did you know that I'm moving back to Cali in like a month and a half? I don't think I actually told you guys. I'm actually planning to move back to Cali in like a month and a half. We have a house now. That I think we bought. I think we bought. I can't remember if we're buying or renting. I'm pretty sure we're buying it, but it's fine. Methinks a lot of people were there and we all missed each other. Yeah, for sure. I've like I got like a couple messages from people the day that I got back that was just like, "What do you mean you went to TwitchCon?" And I was like, "I'm sorry." It was so funny. Um, but yeah, literally when we got into our Airbnb, uh the Spectre immediately just pulled out his PS5 and started playing Zenless. Like he literally just like he settled in for 5 minutes, pulled out his PS5 and just started playing Zenless Zone Zero and just like just specifically playing as Jane Doe. And he was like, "Listen." I was like, "Of course you're fucking playing Jane Doe." And he was like, "Listen." And he pulled up YouTube and he showed me the fucking trailer that Jane Doe interrogates that woman in like the fucking POV where you're just like sitting in the chair. One of my buddies from the military was there and I missed them. Oh, is it the I don't know if I can I have so many fucking videos from TwitchCon that I can't show because it doxes people. I don't like large crowds unless it meant something. So there were a ton of people there that didn't tell me, so I'm like, no use going. Dude, if you want like we have so many things planned. Next year if you want to come, like we're so down to have you, bro. Excuse me. um I like it's so funny. Um So yeah, Spectre just like started playing Jane Doe for like no reason. And we were just kind of chilling. We were just having a good time for the first day. For the first day there, I should say, cuz like badge pickup was the next day. I didn't find out they were there until I saw their FB post yesterday. Oh. Um but yeah, day on Wednesday we actually went to get ramen after that because Spectre said that he knew a good place to get ramen and we trusted him because he knows a lot of good places. Um so we went. I can't remember what the hell the name of the ramen place was, but it was so good. Like we had I had shoyu ramen. No, choshu. I had choshu ramen. I'm very good at remembering things, guys. Help. I wanted to get ramen with y'all. Unfortunately, they only had like a capacity of like 9 people. Not a capacity. They could only table 9 people at a time, and we already were like pushing the limit. Um, get any souvenirs? I got a bunch of things from the artist alley. Most of it is stuff for Echo, but like I got a bunch of stuff from the artist alley. I bought 2 posters and I lost both of them. So I'm probably never gonna get prints from an artist alley ever again because this is a bad omen. uh, but yeah, we got ramen and we actually had like a really nice time at ramen and we got me and Celine shared a bottle of I want to say strawberry rice sake. I don't remember what it was called though. I wish I no I did take a picture of it. I took a picture of so many things. I do not remember these things though. Um there it is. So if you will excuse me for one moment again. Pardon me blocking your view once more. But let me grab this. There it is. Strawberry nigori. I'm not kidding. That's what it says. Sweet and delicious aizu homare. Omare. Homare. But yeah, that's my ramen. And that's the strawberry rice sake that we shared. It was really good. We spoke once and didn't give me anything. I'm sorry, Wavy. I didn't know what you wanted. Did you get one of those Graha key fob things? Key fob? I did get her a Graha keychain, if that's what you're asking. There was one person that had like Final Fantasy 14 stuff that I really liked. Um, but yeah, you see the ramen. You see how fucking delicious that is. Get jealous. So they had ramen and they had takoyaki, and the takoyaki was fucking delicious. I was like crying because it was so good. So Celine was across from me. That bowl over there, that's Celine's. Um, and Lele was like sitting right next to me, and then Lele was sitting like you can't see her, but she's over there. And Lele, she's like, oh, I'm gone. Hello, goodbye. Lele is like, radio. Hello, welcome on in. I was talking about TwitchCon. How are you? Welcome on in, Raiders. Yeah. Hang on, let me give you a shout out.
I assume I go this way.
Ooh,
What the?
Batman. Wait, which Batman is this?
Go Gamer 1221. Thank you.
How was the TwitchCon? The TwitchCon was good. It was really fun. Yeah, I was just talking about TwitchCon. How was your stream? What were you doing? Oh, you were doing art. What were you doing? That clip is old as fuck. It's okay. Fucking it keeps pulling up my old clips as well, so I understand. But yeah, how was your stream? Hello, welcome on in, Raiders. My name is KV. I'm a PNG tuber artist. I worked in this PNG that you're currently looking at, and I'm here yapping about TwitchCon with nobody. With myself, I guess. It was good working on some paintings. You painting? They also had pins, berets, crocheted items, all of that, all at that one booth in Artist Alley. Yeah, I'm not really that big of a fan of crochet stuff. That's mostly like stuff that my mom really likes. Um, and like all of the other stuff would just get like crushed in my suitcase, unfortunately. So I had to be very spare. I also had like only $200 to spend at Artist Alley, so I was like, um, but yeah, we had sushi. No, we didn't have sushi. We had ramen. The first night. And I was gonna say Lele was like sitting across from me, and I didn't notice it at first, but like Lele grabbed a fucking bottle of sake that was like the size of her fucking forearm. And Lele is not like a tall person. She's like a very petite, like she's a very petite lady, but she's older than I am. Um, so like by the time I looked over to her, she had already drank half of the bottle, and she was just like slurring her words and stumbling over what she was saying. And I was just like, Lele, are you okay? And she's like, I'm fine. This isn't even the worst drunk I get. Hi, Lucana. We unlocked the cover to my young adult horror novel cover. Ooh. Working on the layouts tomorrow, then I'll start transferring them to canvas. Oh, I see. She put the bottle down for sure. She was like, this restaurant had it so that you could buy like a cup of sake, or like you could buy the whole bottle. But for some alcohol, they only offered you to buy like the bottle, and that's it. So I'm guessing that was the case for this one that she chose. And she was like, I was like, you don't have to drink like all of it right now, right? And she was like, I paid for the whole bottle, so I'm gonna drink the whole bottle. And I was like, okay. Um, Thankfully she was still like semi coherent and was able to like walk part of the way. So, um, and after that, we also walked down a couple of blocks because everything was pretty close by on that street. Um, it was like Gaslamp something. I can't remember. Um, but yeah, everything was pretty close by, so we just like walked down a couple blocks, and we went down to Ghirardelli's. And Ghirardelli's is actually really really good. If you don't know what it is, Gaslamp Quarter. Yeah. If you don't know what Ghirardelli's is, they are a chocolate manufacturer. Um, and they make like really fucking good chocolate. Um, so we went to Ghirardelli's, and this was I didn't take a picture of Ghirardelli's itself, but this was the picture of the street that we were taking that led down to it. If you could see down there, there's Ghirardelli right there, and also there's Mr. Brave Okami. So yeah, Brave was actually really sweet. He was like, if you guys know anything about me, you know that I'm not that fast of a walker. Like fucking walk slow all the goddamn time because I have very short legs. Um, but yeah, Brave was actually really sweet. He kept like staying back and like making sure that I was okay, and like checking up on me so that I wasn't getting too far behind the group. Hasn't she heard of you'll buy the whole seat or you'll need the edge? You know? Oh, but you'll only need the edge. That's right. I forgot about that. Some places do allow you to do takeaway if you purchase the whole bottle. I honestly kind of wish that was the case. But yeah, um, I wanted to visit the USS Midway, but didn't have enough time. I wanted to go down to the beach, but unfortunately, I only heard about the bonfire thing afterwards, and I did go to karaoke instead. So, but that was day one. We went down to Ghirardelli's, and I had a fucking delicious milkshake, and it was like so rich, but it was like so good. Um, but yeah, that was day one, and then we went to bed, and I was exhausted already. And then day two happened, and by day two, I mean day zero, because it was badge pickup. So we went to badge pickup, and badge pickup was interesting because we weren't planning on having like a little sans the karaoke, but I did hear the clips for a mail. Oh yes, the clips. But yeah, we weren't meant to have like a VTuber meetup, but it kind of ended up that way. So, if you guys don't know, Celine does have a guide dog. I say guide dog. Um, they are a service dog. Hans is a service dog. Um, and that's Hans. That's Celine's little service dog, Hans. And the reason that she has Hans is because she has POTS. And her, as far as I remember, her blood pressure, she has to monitor her blood pressure very carefully because if it rises or falls too quickly, she could have an accident and she could like pass out or fall over, as far as I remember. I'm not like completely sure about that, so please don't take what I'm saying at face value. Please do your own research about it, but that's what I remember from speaking with someone about it. I did my badge pickup late day 0, literally 10 minutes before close. Jesus, dude. Um, but yeah. So Brave, Saturn, and I went into our own Uber because everyone else left earlier than we did. And thankfully we arrived at the same time that Celine arrived at the venue, which the venue, if you guys don't know, it's fucking huge. Like the San Diego Comic-Con venue, I should say San Diego Comic-Con. The San Diego Convention Center is fucking enormous because it houses because it houses Comic-Con. And if you guys don't know, Comic-Con is fucking enormous. Like, and for whatever reason, they decided to have the Uber pickup for they decided to have the Uber pickup for TwitchCon be at the other end of the entrance. So on the left, that is where the Uber pickup is. Like, hang on. I walked a total of 2 miles back and forth from my hotel. Oh god, yeah. Thankfully, our Airbnb wasn't that far from the convention center, but still it was freaking absurd. I wish not to have this. Like, hang on. Look at this shit. I wish not to have this anymore. What is this? What is happening? What is happening? What the fuck? What? Hello? Hello? What is this? What is this? What is happening? Someone help. Okay, I'm just gonna toss that in the bin. Okay, let's do hello. There we go. That's I don't know what the fuck just happened, but you know, it's fine. So, to illustrate my point, let's say I'm gonna grab this. My little boy's going off to war. Okay, everything's broken. All right, that's fine. Anyway, let's say that over here need a bigger brush to prove my point. Let's say that this is the pickup spot. Not even. The pickup spot's like all the way down here. Like there's just a giant grass area, but like it goes from over here and it extends around to over here. So that's the Uber pickup spot. The entrance to the convention center, the only entrance that they'll allow you to take if you are affiliate or like not disabled, is all the way over here. So you have to walk all the way over here to the other end of the con from where your Uber gets picked where your Uber pickup is. And I heard from someone on Andron's stream that you could get a rental car. That could be an alternative. However, the parking for an Uber, or not for an Uber, the parking for any car in the parking lot is $50 a day. 50 fucking smackaroos a day. That's fucking absurd. I don't know about you guys, but I don't have fucking $50 to spend a day. Thank you for the hydrate, Gary. Let me take a big old fucking sip, babes. Ooh. Ooh. Excuse me. Yee. That's a little dipper. What do we say? Yee. And that's a big dipper. What do we say? Yee. But yeah, in order to actually get to the con, we had to walk from down here all the way up to here. So we got our daily steps in, is what I'm saying. But however, yeah, big walk. Yeah. Yeah, my fucking like not my thighs, my calves were like cramping up by like day 3. But however, since Celine is disabled, technically, we had to walk from here, and we got up to I want to say about here before Celine was like, "I need to sit down," because her blood pressure was rising. And brutal being not brutal, brave. I keep doing that. Brutal and brave. Just stop having a BR in your name. It's weird. Um, but brave being the gentlemanly wolf boy that he is, he offered to escort her to one of the seats, which they had a little like little like stone planters here, which people were using as like little seats the whole weekend. So Celine took a little rest right here, and there was a door right here where there was a table set up, and a bunch of workers were basically sitting there, and I don't know what the table was originally for, um, but they kind of being the good pupper he is, yeah, he was a good awoo. Um, so he was basically like sitting there making sure that if she needed anything that she would get it. And I don't remember what the table that was set up here was originally for, but the workers that were there were just like, "Don't worry about going inside. Don't worry about going all the way down there. We'll make sure that you get your ticket set up like, um, we'll make sure that you get your ticket, and like you just have to like wait here for like a representative to help you." And we were just like, "Oh, thank God." um, so she was thankfully just like sitting there for a couple minutes, and she got like they brought her like a couple cups of water so that she could like be hydrated while still staying where she was, and she didn't have to worry about it. And then we met up with Andron again. Uh because we saw Andron at the airport earlier. We saw Andron and Brutal and like all of them at the airport like the day before. But we saw them again because they were there for badge pickup, obviously. And so many people recognized who Andron was, and they knew who Andron and Brutal were. So they just kept stopping by us, and they had their own little like VTuber meetup, like at the fucking planters. That's even more hilarious. How I caught Brave at the day 1 meetup. I said awoo and he awooed back. Yeah, that's literally what I thought was going to happen when I was like walking through the airport. I thought that like because I couldn't find Brave at all, and I was just like, Brave, where are you? And he was like, I don't know, where are you? And I just like looked around and just silently went, oh, it was like hoping for a response, but he didn't hear me, so it's fine. Um, but yeah, so Celine got help, but unfortunately, we still had to go through the rigmarole of the actual actual badge pickup. And I thought it was gonna be so bad because everyone was saying like, yeah, the line's out the door. Like everyone's like waiting for badge pickup. We're already like it's already like out the door and like down the street. And I was like, oh god, we're gonna be waiting in the sun for a while. But when I texted Stibby where they were, like asking where they were in terms of like badge pickup, he was like, yo, we're already at the door. Like we're already at the front. And I was like, damn, I left them alone for 2 minutes. So I went down and I went to the entrance and everything, and there was like no line at all. Like the most I had to wait was like going to the person at the counter, and I had to go inside, like into one of the pavilions. I want to say here. Um, and I had to go up to the counter, and I was just like, yeah, this is my channel. These are my credentials. This is my ID and shit like that. The badge people were efficient for real though. They were just like, okay, do you have your QR code? And I was like, yes. And they were like, okay, do you have your ID? And I was like, yes. And they were like, do you need any like assistance or anything like that? And I was like, no. So they got everything situated. They got everything situated. They gave me my badge and they gave me a little sticker as well. Um, and then they were like, yeah, go around back if you want a swag bag or something like that. And then I went around back and we went out the building and it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I got back to where Selena and the others were, and there was already like a fucking band of people, like a gaggle of VTubers, is what I like to call it. There was a fucking shit ton more people than when I left them before. It was so funny. Um, but yeah, we had our own little VTuber meetup, and I noticed that like everybody was handing out like business cards and stuff like that, and I only had my little like stickers that I made. Which, if you haven't seen my stickers, uh, I don't know if I took a picture of them or not, but like I had a sticker of me in the little Pecco face, like the Pecco milk candy face, and then I have a sticker of K Beef. Um, and I had four very ultra rare stickers of me diving into Clive Final Fantasy's boobies. I will probably do a more like official printing next time. Like I'll actually go to like a manufacturer because a collab of VTubers, that's so true. Um, I'll probably do like a more official like printing next time because I printed them on like matte sticker sheets. And unfortunately, those things like faded out immediately in the sun. So next time I'm actually gonna go to like Vogue Race or something like that, or like stickers.com or something like that to actually print out my stickers and kiss cut them, so I don't have to like hand cut them the whole time. uh, me when I see Kehi, yeah. um, yeah, no. So many people like when I handed out my K Beef stickers, like everybody was just like tits. They were like so happy. I love these so much. They look so good. Yeah. So I had like 15 printed of each, I want to say. Um, and I only gave these to like a select few people. I think I gave them to like I gave one to Lily, I gave one to Lori. Um, I think I gave one to Luna as well. Boobas, yeah. I gave one to I think I gave one to Podge actually. Um, but yeah, I had only like 4 of those, so I was very sparing with them. And I have the last one on like the back of my on the back of my badge. Like my little test print, which is how I know that like they all faded super fast. Um But yeah, anyway. But yeah, everyone had like their own like official business cards and shit like that, and I was all sad because I was just like, I only have stickers. I don't have business cards. So what I did when I got home that day, or when I got back to the Airbnb that day, is that I just like sat on my phone for a couple hours and like made a design for business cards. And like it's not the best, obviously, because I made it on my phone, and like the app that I made is like kind of but you know, don't know if you went to the Hero Factory event. I did. I don't know if you like saw me, but I did in fact go to the Hero Factory event. Um and I kind of don't want to okay, so I'll show you a little bit of like what happened at the Hero Factory event because I didn't drink, mostly because I don't typically drink except for like sake and uh soju. I missed catching you there. I was actually like an hour late to the event, mostly because I was catching up with a couple friends, which I actually met CJ and Lily, and they were both so fucking sweet, and I love them a lot, and I miss them so much, and I wish I like talked to them more because they were so chill. I was there all night for real. To be fair, I didn't like talk to people a whole bunch. Also, that's the view of one of the hotels from where we were sitting. So like this is over by H Hall. I forgot that I took a picture of this. um so yeah. I I'm trying to remember like what I did. So yeah. Was it that no, it wasn't badge pickup because it was we were actually like talking. So it was the first day that we went to Hero Factory. Um but yeah, we went back and I just kind of like designed my own business cards, which I'm kind of sad that I didn't get them before the first day. Um, but to be fair, it was already like a very hectic day. So also, when we got to our Airbnb, we realized that there was a whiteboard in our kitchen, and we all decided to doodle on the whiteboard. And can you guess who everyone's little doodles were? Blurp was night 0, Hero Factory was night 1. Yeah, so I didn't end up going to uh the Blurp party. Burger sipper. Yeah. I wish I took a picture of like the actual like full on whiteboard because like there were so many more drawings that I missed. But yeah, that's Saturn. And she was like, "Yeah, my little tanuki eyes, like the more that I draw them, people think that they're like bags under my eyes." And I'm like, "Well, they kind of do look like bags." Um, but yeah, I wish I took a picture of like the full thing because it looks so fucking funny. And I can't remember if we actually like left that the like when we left. Um, there's the little Grem that I drew. Um, and obviously it's much lower than the rest of them because the other two are tall as hell. So, oh yeah, and there's the little sad. There's the sad little there's a sad little Squidward that looks. I'm not gonna say what it looks like, but you guys can totally see it, right? Like I'm not gonna I don't have to say it, but like anyway. Um but yeah, that was the first day. And then after that, there was more drawings. I'm pretty sure this was Ezekiel, but at first I thought it looked like EXO. So that was Ezekiel. This one is our invisible boy. Which I love this little doodle. You'll never guess who this is supposed to be. And then this was Kazukitsu. For a second I thought that's Clive. Huh? You thought this one was Clive? How dare you? I am offended. But yeah, um, so that was the first. That was day 0. That was pickup, badge pickup day. Um, that was the day when we all went to sushi, and the sushi place was actually pretty interesting because when we first got there, we were all under the impression that we were going to be going in, that we were all going to be going in, um, and like we were just going to go in for 30 people. Like we we were going in under the assumption that it was just going to be 30 people going in with us. Because we put in a reservation for 30 people, right? Um, we got to the fucking venue, and Kura Sushi is the place of is the name of the place. So we got to the venue, and there was well over 30 people surrounding the door. And it was all people from our party. Like this was not just 30 people. We did a head count. Like we had people lined up against the wall, and we did a head count. Bro, there was 50 people there. We had 50 fucking people. So something happened. So something happened where like someone invited someone, and then they told a friend, and then they told a friend, and this just happened to like spiral so far out of control. And Spectre, the guy who was organizing this fucking thing and like was like had the idea to go to Kura Sushi in the first place, was like felt so bad about it that he would have to like either turn these people away or like figure something else out that we could all go to eat like at the same time, just rent out the sushi place. Well, that's the thing. Like we could have put 50 people in there, but the wait would have been like half an hour to an hour because there were already other people that were waiting for a table. So thankfully we had Audiosu there and Ezekiel, who, if you don't know, Ezekiel spent time in the military, so he very quickly got people's attention and made them like line up against the wall. And Audiosu did the head count. And after we've determined that there was 50 people, he counted 30, and then with the people that he didn't count, he quickly grabbed their attention and was just like, "All right, all of you guys, we're going to KBBQ." Like he literally took them like a block down the street to Korean barbecue. Just because like we weren't able to like get all of them into sushi. And I honestly like commend them super, like they were fucking came in clutch super hard because Spectre was like fucking devastated and like starstruck and didn't know what to do. And Audiosu and Zeke just kind of came out the woodwork fucking, "All right, we can't fit all of you in here, so we're going to take all of you guys and we're going to KBBQ. All right, let's go." And it was such quick thinking. Um so we got into not Korean barbecue. We got into sushi. I actually don't know what happened to the other people that went to Korean barbecue. Um just rent out the sushi place. That's the thing. That's the plan for next year. Hotline motherfuckers. Yeah. It was kind of scary. Us prior military guys know how to be Semper Gumby. What? What does that mean? Snapped. But yeah, we got into sushi and it was so fucking good. And this wasn't like regular like American sushi. This was conveyor belt sushi, which was like it's not like, I don't want to say like it's fresher, but like it's definitely made of like actual fish rather than like imitation stuff. So they had like salmon and like mackerel and like, knows how to pivot when something unplanned comes up. Yeah, for real. Um so they had like salmon and tuna and like all that kinds of shit, and it was so good. Um Funny enough, I have a picture of all of us like just kind of chilling, and like it's just it's a picture of like all of us just kind of chilling, and like It shows how many plates we all had. Which conveyor belt sushi IMO is more delicious. It fucking is for real though. So if you guys can tell, from left to right, that's Kazukitsu up there. That's it's Kazukitsu, then Stibby, then Spectre, then me, then Lapis, and then Lele up the top right. Can you tell who had the most amount of sushi at the end of the day? You'll never fucking guess. I only had like 8 plates, I want to say. Kazu had like, oh god, I want to say he had like 20 or something. It was absurd. Piggy Kazu. No, don't say that. That's rude. But yeah, it was so good. Um everyone had such a nice time. And Spectre was like he was like going across to all of the other tables because we had like a bunch of tables set up for like I want to say 4 to 5 people each table. And he was just going across all of the different tables just making sure like everyone had a nice time. And he actually has wait, let me see if I can find it because he did post it in the group chat. There it is. Here's a picture of all the people that he took pictures with, like all the people at the different tables. Oh my gosh, it's so zoomed in. He had to keep himself operating and just required a ton of fuel, lots of sushi, for real. So yeah, this is our little table. Let me zoom out a little bit. Oh my goodness. My fucking dogs are yapping, Jesus Christ. Help! There we go. So there's our little table. There's Lele, Stevie, Kazu, Lapis, and I, and then Spectre at the top. And then for the other tables, we got Esper, Lorian. Oh god, I'm blocking everything. Esper, Lorian, Ezekiel, and I'm not sure who the last person is. Please forgive me. I can't remember your name. And then we got we got Ari, Azareth, Lily, those people, and then Gil at the very end. You can't see him. Gil. I think that's Gil. I could be wrong. That might be someone else. But yeah. And then we got all the good beans at the bottom. But yeah, it was oh my god. A good time was had by all. Um and yeah, it's kind of funny because like Spectre came back to the table, like he came back to our table and he looked like so fucking exhausted. And I was just like, "Hey champ, you want anything? Like you want anything off the conveyor belt?" And he was just like, "Give me a sake." Like he literally bought like 2 sakes and just like downed both of them by himself. And I was like, "Oh my god." um but yeah, uh we had I think at the end of the night, we had counted up all of our plates and along with like my 6 plates. Why lie? I need a drink. Yeah. Um at the end of the night, we had counted up all of our plates and I think we had like 70 plates collectively. So we got like so we got a bunch of prizes from this little gotcha machine because when you input all of your plates into this little machine, you get little prizes that pop out of it. And the reason that specifically the reason that Spectre wanted to do Kura Sushi was because they were having a collaboration with One Piece. And the gotcha prizes were like little One Piece figures that you could get. Um and everyone else I think got little badges or buttons or something. And I got a little Luffy figure that you take him out and you place him on the little capture the little capture like ball that he comes in. And it's really cute, but unfortunately I think I swapped that out for Stibby's by accident when we were cleaning up the Airbnb. because I took it out of my luggage and I opened it up and I thought it was the little Luffy figure and it's a fucking button of Jinbei and Luffy and I was like, oh, this isn't mine. So I'm gonna have to ask Stibby about that. I doubt he's gonna give it back, but you know. So that was Kura Sushi. It was really fucking good. I do suggest going. I do recommend that place, and hopefully we'll have a little event next year because Spectre has fucking big plans for that. He does really want to like rent out the entire venue, because like that situation was kind of like like rickety, I want to say. So next year he's planning on like renting out the entire restaurant and just like having. He asked like how many people he could fit in at once, and they said that the max capacity was like 90 people. So we're probably gonna have 90 VTubers at one time. Plans for next year, for real. Hi, Crow. Good morning. Oh yeah, and I didn't even show you guys what I got. I had a little taiyaki dessert. It was so good. It was so fucking good because it was so fresh and I honestly miss it so much. It tasted so good. So it was like a taiyaki with like red bean inside, right? And a little dollop of red bean on the ice cream and it was like vanilla ice cream. So I had like all of it and I ate the taiyaki up into like the head because I ate it from like the tail up into the head like a cat. I just joined in here 90 VTubers in the same place context. So this restaurant, Kura Sushi, that I was talking about a second ago, can house up to 90 people. And this time we were trying to have only like 30 people in at like once. And unfortunately we had up to like 50 people show up from like word of mouth or something like that. So next time we're probably planning on having at least 90 people inside. So nice. Yeah. But yeah, I had a little taiyaki dessert and I got up to like eating up to the gills and I turned to Kazukitsu because he was like, oh my gosh, that looks so good, but I must resist. I've eaten too much sushi. And I turned to him and I was just like, hey, Kazu, do you want the rest of my taiyaki? Because I don't think I can have the rest of it. And he was like, no, no, if I have what you have, if I have the taiyaki, I'm going to want to order my own. And I was like, hey, Kazu, it's really like crunchy on the outside and really like soft and gooey on the inside. And he was like, no. It was really funny. He didn't end up getting one, but you know. Hi, Masters. Hi, Luna. I hope your journey safe was okay. Hi, Luna. Casual shout out.
This is the decorations I have so far. I am working on getting this. Oh wait, I think I can make the bed now.
Is that
So this is just a fun, chill game.
what's
Oh,
that?
I
What's
need
that
more
game
wood.
called? I can't remember what
Anybody
it's
got
called.
some wood to
Run.
spare?
I can't remember what this game is called.
Anybody?
I mean, I got wood, but I don't know if you want my wood.
I like wood
Nice.
of all varieties.
I forgot to do the VTuber photo at almost every event. Same. Well, cause like I don't think I went to like all of the big events that people were going to. So it was kind of eh. It was just kind of a chill time for me, honestly. So yeah, we got to do the sushi, and the sushi was super fucking good. I can't remember if they had takoyaki there. I don't think they did. Do they have to? I can't remember. I'll have to look it up later. But like, um, yeah, we had sushi. Twas good. My wallet hurts because I had so much, but you know. I love you, Luna. Oh, Palia, that's what it's called. Yeah, I haven't played that in a fucking long time. I did the one meetup day 1 and then the other meetup on day 3. I've actually missed the day 3 meetup, like the official one, because I was like doing some other stuff. Um, but yeah, we did sushi. Kazu, Stibby, and Spectre had some sake. Like Spectre had 2 things of sake and then shared another like cup of sake with the boys, with the lads. And and Lele, Lapis, and I were just like watching in abject horror as they just like like drank these shots of sake. We were just like, oh no. um, and that was our day 0. I stayed off my feet day 2 because my knees were sore from night 0 and day 1. Ah, I see, I see. I love you. I love you more. I love you more, Luna. Mwah. Abwa. So for day 1, I actually stayed in the Airbnb a little longer just because I still had like stuff to cut out and whatnot. Um, like I still had to cut out Vaughn's stickers because I was seeing him probably. Um, and I needed to cut out all the stickers because it's a long process and I didn't have time to do it before I left. So next time, I'm just getting another company to cut out my stickers for me because this shit is ridiculous. It took so long, but yeah. So I stayed in the Airbnb until I want to say 1 o'clock. Uh, just like doing random shit, and after that, I went to the con, and the first thing that I did is I went to the artist alley. Thank you, Stevie. Stevie, I have a question. Do you remember if Kurasushi had takoyaki? Because I do not remember if they did. I know they had taiyaki. I can't remember if they had takoyaki. They did not. No. Okay, well. But yeah. So I went to the con, and the first thing that I did is I went up to the artist alley, obviously. So I scoped it out for a couple hours, and I bought a few things for me, and I bought a giant. I bought a. If you happen to see a bearded white guy in all black with a short haircut that was chatting with Celine at the HF event later on in the evening, that was me. Synaptic, do you realize how little that narrows it down? Do you know how many white guys with beards were wearing all black at the hero event? At the Hero Factory event? Like I was wearing all black and I was in a dress. Okay, but hang on. True, yeah. There we go. Oh yeah. And my phone broke the first day. Not even the first day. The day before I got on my plane, my phone broke. So this is kind of what I was seeing for the entire week. And that's why like for most of the like VTuber meetup pictures, that's why my like my phone looks so fucked up. That's why I have like some sort of filter over me. Popping in, should return, be back in due time. Okay. But yes. This is Spectre simming for Jane Doe. Or I should say shrimping. Oh yeah. And I also made fun of Andron because he did a pose. And I had a vision. I love that guy so much. And this was my badge. If you found me or not. I was also wearing the Coca-Cola shirt on day 1. So that was fun. Oh yeah. And this is the print that I bought that I'm so upset that I lost. I literally bought it and I had it rolled up and like in my backpack. and it fell out of my backpack before I even got on my Uber. And I'm so upset that I lost it because I can't remember the name of the artist. And I wanted that poster so bad. Literally the 2 times that I bought a print, I have lost both of them. Thankfully, I know where the other one is, but this one I just like lost and it's just haven't figured out where it is. It's just gone. um excuse me. But yeah, that's kind of the thing that I was the most devastated about during the week, that I just like couldn't find where it is. So y'all, KV is smexy as fuck. Shush. Why would you lie about this? Why would you lie to the people about this? Let me see. My day one, other than the meetup in HF, was hanging with Vashti and my other roomies. Yeah. I honestly wish I could have spent more time with my roommates. Like, we did say that we were going to do like a Smash tournament or something like that, or just play a Mario Party. And unfortunately, we just didn't have enough time to do that. So yeah. So for the first day, I was basically the stuff watcher. I was in charge of watching other people's stuff. Like, so Luna and Zeke were both talking with me at a table, and they both had to go to the bathroom. So I was basically in charge of watching over their stuff while they were going. And then at the Hero Factory party, I was in charge of watching Spectre and Clotho's drinks because of the incidents that happened the day prior at the Blurp party, which I didn't hear about until after the Hero Factory party. And I felt so bad. But yeah, I went to the Hero Factory party and I don't have a picture of what I wore that day, but I do have a picture of me wearing makeup, which you guys will never see because that was bad. I mean, I do like how I did my makeup, but it just kind of came out like I like doing eyeliner and eyeshadow, don't get me wrong. I don't like doing lipstick just because like my lips are so thin that it just looks kind of evil. I think I might have seen you then. I was on the opposite side of the room up top. I was kind of in the middle. I was wearing a dress that was like, it was a black dress with like a flower design on it. And like a lace up back. But I was just kind of like moseying around the entire room pretty much. Um and at the Hero Factory event, I said that I was the stuff watcher. However, I was also the people watcher for the day because not only were Spectre and Kazu getting drunk, but Zeke was also getting like wasted. And I got worried about him after a while because he was just like slurring over his words and like kind of tripping over himself. So I was like trying to get water into the man. Um and I have video evidence. Where did I put this? Where did I put this? Oh, I did. Okay. I got worried for a second. I was like, "Oh god. I thought I sent this to the wrong person." Who is calling me? We have not received your colon cancer screening test. Well, I don't have colon cancer, so there's that. Baby took very good care of me one day. Yeah! On day 2, I gave Luna a ride. Big stretch. Yeah! Ah! I'd moseyed to meet up with Undyne since I missed her at PAX, then basically went and sat down at the table near the steps. Oh, that might be why, because I was pretty much like, I was, for the most part, I was upstairs, but like, uh, after a while, it got like really hot upstairs. So I just decided to like take the elevator down and like get some fresh air and go outside. Um, but then like I went back inside and saw that Zeke was just out of it. So I just decided to like watch over him for a while. Um, which I have some videos that I will not show you, but I'll play the audio for so that you guys can hear it because I think it's really funny.
Are you fucking talking about her? Back on target. Back on target. No, fuckface. Get your hat right, bitch.
That's Zeke.
Right? Yeah?
Hi.
You feel good? Yeah. Feel good about what happened?
Are you sure this is small?
Yeah, it is.
He's trying
Put
on
it on. Put it on.
he's trying on somebody's helmet.
I feel like I'm Matt killing fucking Palomares. You heard my advice. Alright. What's up, bitches? I'm gonna hate this in the morning.
Yeah, you will.
Oh my god, it was so funny. So some guy was dressed in like full military garb, and I can't remember what his name was, but he was like so cool about it. Um, I can't remember what his name is. I feel so bad about it. But he was like a relatively skinny guy, and he had like a helmet that he was wearing. And Zeke just kind of took the helmet and just started putting it on, and he was just like, "Are you sure this is a small?" And because his head is like so much bigger in comparison, it just kind of rested on top of his head. And he was just like messing around with it the whole night. Um, unfortunately, he was not the only one that was completely blasted for the night because Kazu was also blasted. And so he and Kazu were both just like fucking around like the whole night. Um
Fuck you. Fuck you, bitch.
they were yelling at me not to record them because they were doing the can. And Kazu just decided to like randomly start like clapping his hands together. And I showed these videos to them the next day, and Kazu's just like, "What the fuck was wrong with me?" That guy gave me tiger balm for my knee. Yeah. I don't I honestly wish I remembered who that guy's name is. Zeke is an adorable drunk. He really is. He was like hugging me and like like not really like hanging off of me, but he was just like hugging me the entire time and just being like, "Where's Spectre?" And I was like, "Spectre went bar hopping," and he was like, "I miss him." It was so funny. Um, but yeah, we stayed at the Hero Factory event for a while, and after that, after that Zeke decided to go outside for some fresh air, because he sobered up a little bit after pissing, and he was like looking around for people that he recognized, and he was like, "Where's Kay?" Like Kay Maneki. And I was like, "I actually don't know where Kay is," and he decided to call Kay on Discord to ask where he is, and like just started yelling at him on the phone. He was like, "Kay, where are you?" And he was like, "Dude, I don't know. I'll text you the name of the restaurant." And he's like, "Where are you?" And he hung up on him. And then he texted him, and I actually managed to get us an Uber over there because he would not shut the fuck up before he saw Kay. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Usagi! Hello! Be jealous, y'all. KV gave me a ride. Fuck. But yeah, we got over to, I can't remember what the name of the place was. It was like Thurston something. But yeah. We went over there, we saw Kay. Um and he said that he was celebrating his birthday or something the next day at like round 1. And that was the first that I heard about anything about round 1 cuz like nobody tells me anything. Nobody tells me anything about like the parties that are going on. I learned about the blurt party from Spectre after he came back, and I learned about the fucking like I learned about the bonfire thing after Spectre came back home. Doing okay is even better. Catching one of your streams. Yeah, I normally don't stream this early. Hope you've been well. I've been doing great. I'm still kind of recovering from TwitchCon because like my body was fucking exhausted. Like my calves were like bruised after TwitchCon, but I'm doing better now. But yeah. So we caught up with Kay, and thankfully Marshy was there. Like, Marshmallow. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah. Marshmallow was there. Lovely, lovely Marshy. And she took care of Kay. She took not Kay. She took care of Zeke. Uh, and she got him some water and she gave him some food to eat. Um, because he hadn't eaten anything like that entire night, which is why he was so like quickly drunk again. Um, so he ate food and he was like it was so cute because like he was like eating his food and he was just like hanging off of like you know when like a kid eats food after they've been like scolded or something like that and they're like all hunched over and like they become smaller and they just like start kind of chewing on their food silently. That's kind of how he was being, which is so funny in contrast with how he was before, like all loud and boisterous and shit. I was just like, "Oh, sure." So when Marshy like when I tell you to drink water, you say no and you refuse, but when Marshy offers it, yeah, nah. But it was funny. Um and then after that we said our goodbyes and we planned to meet up with them at round 1 the next day. So we said our goodbyes, we got home, Ezekiel immediately crashed into bed, which is the couch. So, um hi egg. Hello eggy. I hope you've all been well while I've been away, by the way. I'm very tongue tied right now. I don't know why. Um but yeah, that was honestly one of the most eventful nights. Havo! Havo, I'm still so upset we actually didn't get to meet. I really wish I would have seen you. But also your hair was gorgeous from the pictures that I saw. But yeah, everyone else said that you were like at the bonfire or something like that. I'm so upset that I missed it. But yeah, that was the first day. That was day 1. Day 2, I can't actually remember what I did at day 2. I didn't do much at the con itself. I know that. I was, yeah. Yeah. I heard duh Havowo. What the fuck? Duh. What does that mean? What does that mean? Um was this day 2 that we had that like I remember that I actually met up with the panty expert. My wife, my lovely wife Hime. Um for like a couple hours after I had to leave because Vaughn showed up and he took his stickers and he quite literally like had me watch Pansy because unfortunately she didn't have a ticket to like enter the con itself. So he just kind of making fun of Uwu speak. Ah, I see. Um so yeah, I met up with Panty for a couple hours and we had a good time. We just kind of talked for a bit. Um I made Echo jealous because we held hands. um And after that, we just kind of like chilled out. And then day 2 happened. And I kind of panicked because Discord was being a little fucky wucky with me and I couldn't contact anybody. So I had to contact them afterwards. I had to like meet up with them afterwards and just be like, "Hey, can I ask for your phone number so that if anything happens I can like text you instead of having to rely on Discord?" Um And thankfully they all agreed to it and they were they were very not happy. They were very like kind in like giving me their phone numbers and stuff and like not weird about it. um that's one reason I'm kind of bummed I missed you, KV. We could have picked on Echo. It's fine. I think I picked on her enough um for like a couple events. like I met up with a whole bunch of people that she loves. Like I saw BB No Money, I saw Thunda, I saw Kiri, I saw Vonnegan, I saw Panty, I saw Lunya. The Catboy is out of containment. Yeah, you know. Oh, day 2 was actually when I got my business cards. I didn't show you guys. Well, I did show you guys on Twitter, but like I know a lot of you don't follow me on Twitter, so it's fine. Gotta pick on KB as payback. Listen. But yeah, I got my business cards. They're not the greatest, and they're kind of shitty. But for like my attempt at making business cards on my phone, they're pretty good. And yeah, I'm upset that I only got to give away a few of them, and I actually didn't have them on hand when I met like one of the people that I like wanted to meet in the first place. But yeah, I got my business cards, and then we got breakfast, and it was pretty good. Oh yeah, and I also clowned on Andron again because he did a day 2 fit, and this pose just kind of reminded me of this. So you know, and I was like, you didn't post a day 3 fit just because you didn't want me to fucking see you and like clown on you again. And he was like, hell yeah. Nah, but he's super sweet. But yeah, day 2 was when everyone had their little meet and greets and stuff, including Celine. So unfortunately, I didn't get any tickets to any of the meet and greets, but I was able to explore the exhibitors hall a lot. You met the King of Queens at Twitch. Nice. Yeah. Honestly, Andron is the King of Queens if you think about it. um Everyone had their little meet and greets. Celine had a meet and greet, and the Culture booth uh the Culture booth had a whole like meet and greet section where like, and honestly I didn't know a whole lot about Culture beforehand, but you know, they were pretty cool. Um they were really sweet. I saw a whole bunch of more VTubers than like I thought I would have, and they were all very like very sweet and very welcoming. Um but the Culture booth, after all of the meet and greets, they were like, okay, we're just gonna like, they were originally planning to auction off their standees, like their cardboard cutouts, but they were like, okay, we have way too many to do like a full on auction, so like anybody who comes up to us and like asks to have it, we're just gonna ask them to like give us a flat rate of like $50 or something. um so I believe Kazukitsu was the one that came forward and like asked for all of the Mythos girls like standees. um a donation, yeah, for real. Kazukitsu came forward and was like, hey, I'm looking to buy these standees, and like I know you said you have like a thing where you like ask for like $100 per standee, but is there a way that I could get maybe a discount? I can't remember if that's actually what he said or if they gave him a discount because he bought so many, but oh, excuse me. But yeah, it was a time. Um that's not what it is. Where did I put that? He posted so we were all in our Airbnb together. There it is. Um so we were in our Airbnb together, and Kazukitsu came in and bought all of the standees. I think he said he bought them for like $450, like all of them, and he bought like 6 altogether, I want to say. Like they were so many standees. But like,
Grills, we're ready for the cookout. What the f? All right.
it was it was so funny. Like, and this oh my god, we didn't even know at the time how funny this would be, but oh my god, it was so good. Hi, Orpheus. Play that again, please. Yes, I will.
All right, rev up those grills. We're ready for the cookout. What the f? All right.
So if you guys couldn't tell, if you guys are unfamiliar, Mythos are a bunch of VTubers based on the Greek gods. And in this video, we have Ares, Apollo, Clotho, and Hades in that order. And in the back, there's Dragon Spit and Pegasus Witch VT, also known as Selene. So yeah, we had quite a packed guest list, as if you can call it that. And yeah, that was an interesting time. And if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you probably should, because I post some fuck shit. I posted some good stuff. I do love these girls, I promise. Did they bring ridge chips to the cookout? Yes, actually. Oh yeah, and Celine. I love these girls. They're so good. Ruffles? Yes. How you been? I've been scoliosis. um but yeah, did they actually post the picture of did Kazu actually post the video of like us kidnapping them? Ah yes, this is the full picture. There he is. There's Mr. Mans with his fucking 6 cutouts. Oh, he didn't post it. Oh well. But there's a video that one of us took, I think. Where he just kind of like where we just kind of like kidnapped them. Posture check. Big stretch. Scoliosis gaming. Yeah. I am a gamer with the bad back. I love that everyone just posted pictures of the fucking cutouts. It's so funny. It's such a good time. Ah, nobody took the video. Oh well. Nose boop. Greece 32 323 BC colorized. Yeah, honestly. Um, but yeah, that was day 2 where we just kidnapped a bunch of fucking standees. It was interesting, to say the least. What is Weezer? Hell no. There will be no Weezer in this household. Um, yeah. God, what even happened on day 2? Oh yeah, we had the whole like little meetup and everything. Wheeze erasure. Shush. Shush your mouth. And if you guys needed proof that I have good business cards, we got CJ Bosu. CJ Bosu holding one of my cards in between his titties. This is good advertisement. The Bosu Booba. I honestly love CJ so much. This guy is such a good fucking bean. God, he looks so tired and uncomfortable in this corset like vest on day 2. But like I talked to Lily and like he tweeted out like CJ tweeted out that day that he was like, "Yeah, I'm on 3 hours of sleep." And I'm like, "You stupid motherfucker." But I talked to Lily afterwards and she was just like, "Yeah, he is like sleep deprived and he's like so tired from wearing that corset vest, but like he spent so much money on it that he's like, I'm gonna get my money's worth." And to be honest, that booty kind of popping, so like it was totally worth it. And I was like, it sure is. I love them so much. I miss them. Um, but yeah. Uh we had some good times on day 2. Um I actually also met up with Kiwi, which Kiwi's shown his face. So this this motherfucker is so hyperactive that I can't take a picture of him without it blurring something. Look at this stupid motherfucker. He was wearing his whole like Hooters get up and everything. Um literally, I can't take a picture of him without something fucking blurring. He will not stand still. Kiripoi is so hyperactive. Can't catch Kiri standing still. For real though. I also met up with Thunder Raven. If you guys don't know Thunder Raven, he is also another PNG tuber. Who is notorious for trying to get me into Magic the Gathering. And Thunder is sweet bean. He really is though. But like my connection was so bad that I didn't realize he was trying to like ask where I was the entire day until I actually like found him because he posted his fit that day and I was like able to clock him from a crowd. Also so chaotic for real. But like I didn't realize he was trying to message me. Where you at, whore? Non-derogatory and in friendly way. Where? He started sending me a bunch of cry emojis. It was really funny. Every time you go to your media page, I get jump scared by Kevin James. Yeah. I'm just gonna pull up a little bit. But yeah, Thunder was trying to get a hold of me, and I didn't realize it until after I had seen him. And it's just I got the notifications for these messages after I like literally headbutt him. And I was like, oh, I guess you were trying to get a hold of me. It was really funny. So I met up with Thunder and I met him and his girlfriend, and they're very cute. Uh, and he was like, "Yeah, we have to make our way back to Maple Land at some point." And I was like, "No, the fuck you don't. You have to stay here now." it, it was a very sad time that I had to leave them. Um, but yeah, they were so sweet, really cute too. Uh, I also met up with my friend Yuzi me, um, who was surprisingly very hard to track down. Like she was trying to ask me where I was the first 2 days and I couldn't find her um because I couldn't find her and I was also like really busy with stuff because I was going back and forth between like the exhibitors hall and the artist alley because I had to help a couple friends with like their booth and stuff. Thunder was wearing the Canadian flag like a cape, right? No, that was Sylvie. Sylvie was wearing the Canadian flag like a cape. Um I also have a picture of that, actually. Give me one moment. Where the fuck is this man? Yeah. Sylvie Spark, who I met on day 1, was the guy wearing the Canadian flag like a cape. Um, yeah, there he is. It was interesting seeing that in person. Um, which, you know, it's brilliant, like it's brilliant marketing because like who can forget that fucking flag? But yeah, no, that wasn't Thunder, that was Sylvie Sparks. I remember seeing Sylvie multiple times. Same. I saw him at round 1 and he was still wearing the cape, but he was wearing like a blue he was wearing like a blue like undershirt or something. And I can't remember what the hell the name of the character is. But he reminded me of that fucking kid from Lazy Town. What the hell is the name? Fountain Kid. What? This kid. Ziggy. Yeah, that's his name. But yeah, just like I showed him this when we met up in round 1 because he was wearing like a blue polo shirt. And I was like, bro, you know what you look like. And I showed this to him and he just like fucking crumpled. He was like, no. It was really funny. If I ever go to TwitchCon, I'm getting a full set of armor to walk in. Please don't. That will be so painful for you. You will never recover from this, for real. But yeah, on day 2 we went to round 1. And it was very fun and a good time was had by all, but unfortunately I was pretty much alone for most of it cuz everyone else had like their own like groups to talk to. But I was unfortunately like alone for most of it. And thankfully Lori and God, who else was it? It was Lori and someone else and Saturn, I believe, that was like stopping by to talk to me. I wish there was a round 1 near me. There's none near me except for like in fucking Kentucky. Um which is why it's like so it was like so fun for me to like go back to California, go to round 1. Round none, shush. You underestimate my armor game. Well, as long as it's not made of like actual fucking like plate mail, I think you should be fine. Um but yeah. Uh so yeah, I was mostly alone for it except for like when Lori and Saturn and everyone like stopped by my table and like started talking to me and stuff. And even Podge was there, Podgekin. Um and like, we all just started like hanging out for a bit. Unfortunately, the group that we were with, so it was me, Panty, Vaughn, and it was me, Panty, Vaughn, and Kiri that all went in a car together. Oh yeah, and that was the day that I actually helped Luna because Luna has terrible roommates. Uh Luna was unfortunately alone for the evening because their roommates left them alone for the second time that week. Um and they unfortunately didn't have money in order to get an Uber back to their Airbnb. So I stepped up and I decided to wait with them in order to actually get them an Uber back to their Airbnb. And they did thank me and they did hug me and they as soon as they got back to their Airbnb, I got so upset because their roommates apparently locked them out to go get dinner. And it was just so upsetting. Thankfully, they got into their Airbnb towards the end of the night, but it was still just so fucking infuriating that they would do that to them. No full plate steel armor. I'll be an attention magnet. Yeah, honestly. Um, but yeah, no, I was just so upset at that. But I was thankful that they actually managed to make it into their Airbnb. X! Hello! Hello, my son! Buongiorno. My dogs are boofing. Oh my goodness. This is why I can't be a streamer right now, guys, because my dogs are fucking barking. Hello, X! um, but yeah. So we got to round 1 with Panty, Vaughn, and Kiri, right? So it was the 4 of us in a car. And Panty and I decided to go to the bathroom just because we were on a long car ride and we needed to go. And we came out of the bathroom and Vaughn and Kiri were nowhere to be found. So I went up to Kameneki and I was like, hey, have you seen Vaughn anywhere? And he was like, well, last time I saw him, he was waiting in line for me in order to get food. And so I went into the line and Lori, who was meant to be standing there with them, with Vaughn, was like, oh no, Vaughn left to go to Red Robin's. Huh? What do you mean Vaughn went to go to Red Robin's? And Lori, bless their heart, was just like, yeah, no, he ran into the mall and went to Red Robin's. Did he not tell you? And at this point, Panty and I had heard nothing about this. So I texted Vaughn and I texted Kiri and I was just like, where the fuck are you guys? Um, and Kiri was like, Kiri was like yelling, like, we wanted food. We went to go get food at Red Robin's. And Vaughn was like, yeah, you can come with us. And by this point, it was, oh God, Jesus. What just happened? Help? What just happened? Hello? Hi, Sylvie. Um, okay, that was weird. All right. I got scared. I don't know what just happened. Cease this. What is happening? Jesus Christ. But yeah. So Vaughn and Kiri were nowhere to be found, and we were like, yeah, hey, thanks for going to dinner without us. You know, it's not like we wanted food or anything. And this was before we knew that like Andron was having his own like little dinner party for like his birthday. Because I didn't know it was Andron's birthday or like he was celebrating his birthday. Um so again, nobody tells me anything, which is why I tweeted out like a while ago. I was just like, hey, so like if I'm not explicitly invited to something, I'm just assuming that like I'm not coming. So
Gift.
all
People
day,
just gifting you things. Gift.
all
Gift,
day.
gift.
How dare
Alderman
you?
Walrus has gifted a sub to Stinky
Thank you for
Train.
gifting five subs. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. Holy shit.
Gift.
Honestly,
People
you
just
probably
gifting
should have
you
waited
things.
till
Gift.
tomorrow because apparently they're having the
gift,
thing.
gift.
They're having the thing tomorrow for
Alderman
September
Walrus
where
has
like if you
gifted a
gift
sub to
5
Peaconop.
gift subs, then you gift like another extra one. But yeah, I appreciate it anyways.
Gift. People are just gifting
Thank you for
you
gifting
things.
one
Gift.
to the Conip,
Gift,
Darcy,
gift,
Treen,
gift.
Hyken, Gonna Fail.
Alderman Walrus
Sigmund.
has gifted a sub to
Oh, I
Health Darcy.
haven't talked to Sigmund in a while. But yeah, yeah. So we were just kind of waiting
People
for
are just gifting you things. Gift.
I give anyway. Thank you.
Gift.
Alderman Walrus has gifted a
Yeah,
sub
we were
to
just kind of
Sigmund
waiting for like food.
Gregorian.
At round 1. Fanti thankfully was like such a trooper that like
Gift.
she went to go
People
wait
just
for me just
gifting
because
you
I was
things.
like super
Gift.
fucking tired.
Gift.
So
Alderman Walrus
I
has
got
gifted a sub to take in Gonna Fail.
because she was like, hey, what do you want from the menu? And I was like, I'll get takoyaki and maybe pizza. And she was like, I asked if they had any pizza and they said that their ovens are broken. I'm like, how the fuck? How the fuck do you run a fucking bowling alley, like arcade place, and your fucking pizza ovens are broken? So yeah, I was actually just surprised that they had takoyaki at a round 1 of all places. Like it feels so American that you wouldn't think that they'd have like some Japanese food there, but it was surprisingly really good. Um, so we had that and we talked for a bit at our table. Um, I never had takoyaki. You should have it. It's so good. If you come to the Americas, we will get you takoyaki, good sir. Um, but yeah, we talked for a bit and we played some games. And after a while, everyone just started like picking up to leave. And one of the things that I wanted to do at round 1, one of the things that I've been like the most hype about for the entire trip, I want to say, is that like I want to go do karaoke because like that's one of the things that I want to do like the whole time. Like that's one of the things that I like doing like with a group, like with a large group of people. I'm just like I want to go do karaoke because I think that would be fun, especially with a large group of people. Um so I was like, "Hey, I went up to Kameneki and I was just like, "Hey, I'm probably going to get my own like room for karaoke just cuz like uh I don't know how much more time we have because it was already midnight and I think the place closes at like 2. Um so I told him that and he said that his room was going to be up in like a little bit, I think. So I was under the assumption that like I would be able to join them or something. I don't know what I assumed. It was late. Um but yeah, we played more games and then Panty, Vaughn and Kiri both all left because they were staying in the same place, I think. Um And they were all just like, "Hey, do you wanna come with us? Do you want us to, like, drop you off somewhere?" And I was like, "No, I'm okay. I'll stay for a little bit and see what happens." Um, so they were like, "Okay," and then they left, and I stayed, and, after that, uh, Kay and his group were just like, okay, we're gonna go to karaoke. I'll see you later. Bye. And I was like, oh, okay. I'll see you later. And then they went into their room, and I just kind of like stood there, and I was like, I feel like I misread the situation. Uh, so I actually didn't get to go to karaoke that night, and after that, I just kind of like went immediately back to my Airbnb because I was like, I'm tired. I'll just go back home. Um, so we went back. I went back to our Airbnb by myself and kind of like immediately passed out. And I talked for a little bit with my roommates, and I took a shower and I cleaned up a little bit, and we had some food, and it was nice. And then I immediately passed out, and then day 3 happened, and what did I do on day 3 even? I don't think I did a whole lot. I think I just went into the exhibitors hall because I hadn't gone to see anything that entire week. Like for the most part, I was pretty much just hanging out with friends. Um, so you know. So I went to the exhibitors hall, and I tried some of the new like gamer subs flavors. Like they had like a cherry flavor thing. And I can't remember what the hell it was called, but it was so good. Um, so we did that. I stayed with Vaughn for a little bit, and I stayed with Vaughn for a little bit, and that motherfucker just kind of like he just kind of like goes wherever he wants or something. Like he is so busy that like he walks around with a bunch of people, and he like asked me to wait somewhere, and I just like waited for 20 minutes, and he came around and he was just like, "Okay, follow me." And I was like, okay, I guess." So, it was interesting. It was an interesting time. Um, but then after that, I went outside. I went back outside because we were having another like little mini VTuber meetup. Um, and Mr. Tone VT, uh, was having a little karaoke session. Not karaoke session. He was having a little pop up jam session outside, with Mr. K Maneki. That I crashed, and I fumbled really bad at because I'm bad at doing live music. um, so that was an interesting time had by all. What? Icon it. Congrats on the gift sub. But yeah, we did a little pop up jam session, and it was pretty good. Um, I sang like 2 or 3 songs. Um, and Tone was like super sweet and like was just accommodating for my terrible singing. So um it was really nice, and I got to harmonize with Kay and Tone a little bit, so that was fun. Uh and then after that, we had a cookout, and it was so good. We had such a good time at the cookout. Um until well, I should say I had a good time at the cookout until uh I talked to Stivy, and Stivy was just like, "Yeah, I'm kind of upset that we never got to play Mario Party because I'm so like stunned that you never played Mario Party." And I was like, "Oh, it's okay. We can play it tomorrow." Tomorrow being like Monday for us. And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, we can play Mario Party tomorrow." And he was like, "Bro, we're supposed to be out of the Airbnb by like 11 tomorrow." And I was like, "Huh?" And he was like, "Yeah, did you not read like the Airbnb notice?" And I was like, first of all, I was in complete disbelief because I was under the impression that we were staying there for an entire week. So I thought it was going to be from like Wednesday to Wednesday, which is why I had set my flight plans to take me back home on Wednesday. And Stibby was like, "Yeah, um, we're leaving at 11 tomorrow. We're supposed to be like out and packed at 11. And I was like, I have to make a call. So I was like feverishly panicking in my room, just being like messaging people left and right, just being like, "Hey, do you have any available space? Like, how long are you staying here? Like, is it possible like I could get like a hotel room or something like that?" And that was like my last ditch effort was like if I had to, I would have gotten a hotel room nearby where the airport is. And I was like panicking to tears. I was like, I don't want to have to do this, but I'm probably gonna have to. Thankfully, I managed to call my Southwest like customer service person, and they were just like, yeah, no, we can totally get you like an earlier flight for tomorrow, like with no additional charge. Like that's no problem. I was like, oh God, thank you. Hi, Loon. Hi, Lunifer. Um, they were like, "Yeah, we could get you a new flight like with no additional charge." And I was like so happy that I started crying. How was the bee? I'm okay. I'm doing good. I'm still recovering from TwitchCon, but I'm doing much better. How are the loon? My dog keeps licking me. Um, but yeah. Uh, After that, I was able to enjoy the. I was able to enjoy the cookout a lot much better, and uh, I actually I didn't know who was going to be at the cookout until uh this until Spectre informed me. So Spectre had been trying to get a hold of EXO the entire weekend and was just like, "Hey bro, where's your Airbnb at?" And so EXO responded by sending him the address. And Spectre was like, "Hang on a second." And he checked and he was like, "Hey, what's our address for our Airbnb again?" And like Stibby told him the address and he was like, "Hey EXO, are you sure that's the right address? Cause like that looks awfully familiar to ours." Um, and it turns out that it was the same address, and so Spectre took a picture of the front of our Airbnb, and he was like, and I sent that to EXO, and EXO was just like, "How did you get that picture? How did you get that picture?" I came back from visiting my family yesterday and had a good rest today. Being back, yay! I forgot that you were visiting family. I hope that went well. Ugh, excuse me, I had to take a drink. I've been yapping too much. Whee! But yeah. It was a very interesting time to learn that we not only had EXO, Mr. EXO versus VT in our basement, but we also had the Mythos girls and Mr. Overhill in our basement. Is this the Promare soundtrack? Yes! It's fucking it's fucking Inferno. That is so funny. Yeah. So we had God, I really wish I remembered all of their names. It was EXO, Nene, Baka Nene, Bake, Bake. I can't remember. Um, but yeah. So we had EXO, Nene, um, Hades, Apollo, Clotho, and Ares from Mythos. We had Mr. Underhill, and then we had Lorian Locke. All of them in our basement. Which I thought was incredibly funny. Um, and it was such a fucking coincidence too, because like we got Kazu got the standees for Ares, Hades, Apollo, and uh Clotho, and we were just like, so basically you got all of the people who were like in our basement and like that actually are at the con, and I was like, yeah, Funny how that works. um, but yeah, uh, we took so many pictures of those fucking standees. It was insane. Um, so and the cookout was like so good. Spectre is such a good cook, and fucking Steve-O is so good. We had, oh my gosh, I can't remember what it was. It was like 25 something Wagyu steak. It was so tasty and like melt in your mouth kind of steak. Um, but yeah. And I forgot to mention, so you know how I said that I had my business cards on hand except for like one pivotal moment during the cookout? So you'll never guess who the fuck was at the cookout. There was one motherfucker who I didn't expect, well, two motherfuckers, but I'll get to that. There was one motherfucker who I didn't expect to be at the cookout, and that was Roy Kiato. Roy motherfucking Kiato was at our cookout, and I didn't recognize who it was until I heard his voice. And I was like, wait a goddamn minute. And I like grabbed his badge and I looked at it and I was like, oh no. And like, for like the most part, for like the rest of the convention, if I met people that I recognized, I was like mostly chill about it. But like, I didn't expect Roy to be at this fucking cookout. So I was like, oh god, you are someone that I admire a lot and I really like your work. And I like the fact that you like pink. And I'm so upset that I don't have my business cards on me. Like, I I was so mad at myself. Um, but yeah, he had to like leave really quickly because he was going to like the bonfire event that everyone else was going to. Which Spectre was also going. So that was pretty interesting. Roy the Bun Boy. Yeah, Roy. Roy fucking Kiato. And I'm so mad that I didn't get to give him my business card. It's okay. Next time. Um, but yeah, so everything was kind of winding down. And you'll never guess, I also met up with fucking Doncho Horang, who wasn't actually going to be at the con and was just kind of there. Damn it, KV. Yeah, I know. I'm mad at myself. But yeah, I met up with fucking Doncho, who I previously hadn't spoken to in like 2.5 years. And he was really sweet. He was like just hanging out and like saying hi to the Mythos girls and Celine and everyone. And like, I was like, you motherfucker. I literally pointed to him and I just went, you! It's like, excuse me. It was really funny. And I was like, dude, it's me, it's KV. And it was just like, KV! My goodness. So yeah, I met up with Dancho and he stayed for a little bit. And then everyone else kind of left and it was just us and, you know, the Mythos girls and Underhill and EXO. And out of nowhere, I think Hades was the one that suggested it. She was just like, "Hey, there's a tavern nearby. Y'all want to go to a tavern?" And we were all just like, it's kind of like late for a tavern." And then she was like, "You know, we could go to karaoke." And I think it was Nene, the one who just went, "Yes, I want to go to karaoke so bad." She was like bouncing up and down in her chair. It was super cute. Um and I was just like, I'd like to go to karaoke. I think that would be fun. And like my inside my head, I was just like, it's kind of late. Isn't it kind of late to do karaoke? But then the other half of my brain was like, shut up, we didn't get to do it yesterday. That sounds so cute. Yeah, she was really sweet. Um, but yeah, we went to back to the round one where we went to the night previously. Funny enough. Um, and we had a really fun time. Like the first thing that we did was get a room for karaoke. So it was Hades, Nene, Apollo. Stop scratching at the door. So it was Hades, Nene, Apollo, Celine, Doncho, and who else was there? Oh, it was Stibby as well. And then Who else got it? It was Stevo, I think. I can't remember. Gamer, what's up? Hi, Lapis. Lapis, I saw what you sent me in DMs. I really appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Oh, that should be here in like a week. Sick. So did you take it out of the Fuamoko mat before you sent it to me? Or am I getting a fucking surprise as well? But yeah, no, we went to karaoke and we had to go in 2 separate cars. So the Mythos girls were already there and they had already gotten into their karaoke room. So we had only like half an hour left. Wait. Imagine. um but yeah, so the Mythos girls were there. They had already gotten the karaoke room. So we only had like half an hour left. And we were told that like we could only have 6 people in a room at a time. Because like if you have more than 6 people, they give you like a fee on top of like they charge you basically double if you have more than 6 people in a room. And we had about 10 people. So we were just like maybe if we don't tell anybody. Maybe if we don't tell them that we're in there, that like they won't charge us, maybe. And thankfully nobody stopped us. So um oh yeah, the whole like Roy thing was what was when I tweeted this where I said, "No one said my Oshi would be at this cookout. What the fuck?" So that's kind of what I was panicking about. Um and we had a really fun time at karaoke. Like we had some songs that were like kind of but other than that, did you talk about the haunted basement yet? Yeah, I did. I said we had goddesses and a celestial being in our basement. We had a very interesting time. Um, but yeah, we had a good time at karaoke, and I recorded some bits of it, and I posted it on Twitter because I thought it was too funny to pass up. Someone send help. I'm scared. Someone send help. My goodness, it was fun. I was listening to them a few times. Kazo and I decided not to name people, but it's super fun to reference them. It's a bit late for that for me. Those guys downstairs, yeah. And no one sent help, yeah, and nobody came. Sibby is so fucking off key, it hurts. He kept picking songs that like were only for people that were like older than 40, which I thought was hilarious. Ah, yes. God, I remember this so well. It was so funny. Literally, like Apollo had just came in from like being like playing uh like crane games or something like that. And she was like eating I think it was like tuna on Ritz crackers or something. Um and she was just sitting at the back of the room while Nene and Hades were just singing. And just like Nene was like twerking against Hades and Apollo had the most concerned like look of concern or disgust on her face. She was like so like taken aback. I would have got home at work time if I knew. Yeah. I can't remember what you were doing, but like this was after the cookout happened. Um that like we all decided to go to karaoke. It was very late at night, to be fair. Um Cheerful KV laugh gives me life. Yeah, me and Celine were fucking dying just watching Apollo just be surprised. It was so funny. Oh my god. It's so funny because like we were busting a gut laughing, and like Overhill and Doncha were just like sitting in the back just like very calmly, and Doncha was like clapping on beat every time like they would say smack that. So like all the claps that you hear is just Doncho just clapping his hands like with a straight face. Oh, that's right, you had to leave. Oh, I'm sorry, Lapis. I had to go. I was so sad. No, I'm sorry, Lapis. What was this one? Oh, this was the same thing. Okay. And then, funny enough, this was our last song that we sang, that we had like the opportunity to sing before we had to leave. Bye. When you say, I want it that way, tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. We had everybody fucking standing on their feet. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. You're fired. I didn't even get Selena and Apollo to sign my badge. Did I sign your badge? I only remember like signing 2 people's badges, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't get anybody else to sign my badge. But yeah, it was such an eventful night. And I was upset like on day 2 that I didn't actually spend the rest of my points at round 1 when like we were having the like big party for K and stuff. But then the next day I actually got to spend all of my points at round 1, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, after that everything just kind of winded down and we all went to bed. And we all started cleaning up, and I talked with the guys downstairs a couple times, and it was really sweet, and we had a few moments where we were just kind of like chilling out and just like watching the skyline and stuff like that. And it was really sweet. Um and then the next day, we all had to clean up to leave the Airbnb. And some people forgot their things. So, I just freaked out thinking I missed you too, but I found yours on the badge. Okay. Good. Um Oof. Yeah. It's not like they didn't forget like anything big. Like I managed to get EXO like his controllers and stuff. You drew a cafe. Oh, I see, I see. Um yeah, I got a I in order for like my signature to be more recognizable, just cuz I have such a like a shitty scrawl of a signature, I usually do like the Grem face just so like people can pick out my signature from a crowd. Um, but yeah. So not only did someone forget their bracelet, uh which I didn't know who this was for at the time. I thought this was for Spectre because I thought that like EXO gave it to Spectre um as like kind of like a friendship bracelet kind of deal. But it was actually like Vine that made that for EXO. So I have to send that to EXO. Um, so that's gonna be interesting. And I still don't know who owns this poster because I asked EXO, and again I thought it was for Spectre because like he's the only other like person who I can think of that this would belong to. Um, but EXO told me that it would be for someone that he signed it for, that he gave it to at like his little meet and greet that he did. And Spectre said, like, listen, if EXO wanted to give me something, he would just like tell me. So it wasn't for him. So I don't know who this is for. So I gotta like figure it out. But I have these in my luggage. So Steve sent me a pic showing I lost a single sock, and that checks out. That's really funny. Um But I have these who belong to people, and then go back, and then I have a little friend that uh might look familiar to some of you. So the day prior to us leaving, um, we were all at round one having a party and like having a good time and stuff like that. Doncho was feverishly trying to get this little Miku plushie from one of the claw machines. And he did manage to get her after like so many tries. And he was like so happy about it. He raised her above his head and he was just like, "Yes!" Only to forget her the next day. Because he had to drive Celine to her Airbnb and then drive himself back home. And he just like kind of forgot her. Not me, I was watching Pokemon in the basement. Ah. Amazing. Um, but yeah, he kind of forgot about Miku. And I sent him this picture in a DM and I just went, "Hey, I'm holding her hostage." And he just goes, "No!" My Miku. And to his credit, I was just like, "Hey, you can like if you want, you can wait until I'm like in California cuz I'm moving to California soon." I was just like, "You can wait until uh I lurk, I got to drive to school. You're going to school. Be safe. Love you, KB. Love you more." Oh my gosh, you don't even have your own you don't even have your own fucking emotes. That's really funny. But yes, drive safe. Please pay attention to the road. um yeah, I was telling Doncho, I was just like, "Yeah, you can wait until I'm in California in order for me to like send it to you so that like the shipping will be less." And he was like, "Nah, send it to me now. I'll pay for the shipping." And I was like, "All right. I guess you paid enough for her like with all those tries. Like why not?" And he was like, "Bet." So he sent me his address and I'm going to be sending that to him along with like, you know, all of the other stuff that I have to send to other people. That's so crazy. Yeah. So I have all of the stuff that I bought for Echo at the artist alley. I have the bracelet that I have to send to EXO. I have the poster that I have yet to figure out who it belongs to. And then I have the Miku plushie that I have to send to Doncho. So I think mobile didn't update emotes with a name change, SMH. Ah, I see. SMH. But yeah. And that was my TwitchCon. Overall, I had a very eventful time, and I actually listed down like all of the people that I met, um, that I remember like off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure that I'm forgetting a couple things because I know that like we went shopping and stuff like that, but that's kind of boring. So, uh, but yeah, I unfortunately have to go feed my dogs. I say unfortunately, I just mean that like it's gonna take a while, so I'm gonna go raid out to somebody, and I will see you guys. I will see you guys when I come back. Hopefully, I'll be doing something else. I might be streaming later tonight, but we'll see about that. But for right now, I'm gonna go feed my dogs. So I'm gonna go right out to somebody, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. So let's go raid somebody. まだ見る定め近づいてくる決戦の時 Oh my gosh, there's so many people online. 奪われたままの時に今終わりをつけるため Why are there so many people online? What are these fucking weebs doing online? 叩き込め End of the world. So I will be right back. I will raid out and then I'll start up stream again later. So
Stressful morning.
Shut. Have a good night, Kiwi. Have a good night, Usagi. I might be back later, but we'll see. Well, it depends how I feel. So let me stop. Stop it. Come on. Come on. Okay. Oh my goodness, why am I so small? That's better. Okay, I'll see you guys later. We're gonna go raid. Who are we raiding? You know what? Let's raid the other K, since I fucking yapped about him so much. Yeah, why not? If you guys didn't know, K Maneki is a cool bean. And he was also performing live at TwitchCon. He's pretty chill or something. So here is the raid message if you are not subbed. And here is the raid message if you are subbed. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. I will probably be back later tonight. I don't know what we're gonna do tonight, but we'll figure something out. So I'll see you guys later. Be nice to K or else. And yeah. Bye bye.